Don't try to be a knockoff to anyone else's original. Be you.
It's time to exhale and be motivated. Annie's Blue Couch. Yeah.
Hello, everyone, to all of you, Annie's crew. Welcome back to the Blue Annie's Blue Couch. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and as always, please share this video with at least 2 of your friends. For today's conversation, I want to encourage you to be you. Just be yourself. I'm going to start with a kind of embarrassing story, and I'm honestly not 100% sure that I should even share this, but I'm going to anyway because I think it will help someone. Maybe if you share an embarrassing story in the comment section, wink, wink, then I may not feel that bad about sharing mine. Okay, so here goes. You might have heard of the new Clubhouse app that Apple recently came out with. They came out with it at the start of the pandemic. If you don't have an iPhone, you may have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm actually an Android user myself. Whoop, whoop, Android for life. Okay. And I had to activate one of my kids' old iPhones to get into the app. Now, the app is strictly an audio app, so outside of what people choose to put as their profile pic, you can't see who you're actually talking to, which is good or bad, depending on your perspective, but that's not the point. So I went into a Clubhouse room this week, and there were people singing their faces off. I mean, they were totally killing it. Y'all already know I'm a worship singer, and I told you before, I watch a ton of singing videos to just, grow, develop, get new ideas, be inspired. I'm not really one of those flashy singers. Anyway, so I'm in this room, and they call me up to the stage, which happens a lot in these singing rooms because my profile pic in the Clubhouse app is the cover art for my single You Reign. So by that, people can tell that I can sing. So often in these singing rooms, I get called up to the stage. So they call me up to the stage and ask me to sing. Now, instead of me being myself, I felt the pressure to show off. Not like that's what everyone else was doing. They were just doing what they do. But I immediately told myself, what I do wouldn't be good enough, and I decided to do the absolute most in that room. Maybe it's because they couldn't see me. I don't know what got over me. Honestly, my ego and thinking I needed to prove something. Anyway, your girl bombed, and I left the room embarrassed. I can laugh now because it was just so ridiculous that I did what I did. But in the moment, I really was embarrassed. And I had a talk with one of my coaches a couple of days after, and she said, Anissa, your gift is not for competition. It's for healing and for ministry. And when I tell you, those words really hit me. And in that moment, I understood what had happened in the room a couple of days before. I had abandoned being myself because I thought that in that moment, who I was not going to be good enough. And I really want to encourage you to be yourself. Now, a few days after the conversation with my coach, I was in another room in Clubhouse. Yes, I go into these rooms all the time. And again, I was called on to sing. And this time, no flair, no bells, no whistles. I just sang from my heart. And such an amazing presence of God came in that room, and everyone began to worship. And it was just beautiful. Because here's the thing. Maybe you're not a singer. You may be a painter. You may be a truck driver. You may be a YouTube creator, and you think you need to be like everyone else because you don't think What you are is good enough. But I want to encourage you the same way I got encouragement from my coach, that what you have to offer is good enough. It's your authentic self. Don't try to be a knockoff to anyone else's original. Be you. You are called to reach a certain group of people. I don't know if you know this. No matter the size of that group is your assignment. And if you become anything other than your authentic self, not only will you be uncomfortable, but the people you are called to reach will miss out on an experience simply because you chose to be a counterfeit. We all make up pieces to the puzzle of life. Some of us are the border with straight lines. And some of us are the pieces in the middle with lots of dips and curves. As you pursue your dreams, whether it's to be a doctor or a social worker or a lawyer or an artist or whatever it is you are pursuing, I want you to really begin to see the value in who you are and to start to embrace your authentic self. I say it all the time that it's totally fine to appreciate others. It's totally fine to even be inspired by others, but you should never compare yourself to others, especially if that comparison leads you to putting yourself down and dimming your own quite bright light. Here's what I want us to do together. For this week, let's wake up every morning and look in the mirror saying, I am enough. And honestly, it shouldn't just be this week. It should be every day that you wake up. Maybe you need to write these down so that when you turn off this video and you're not seeing me to motivate or inspire you, that you have these words written down. Put it in your bathroom, put it in your bedroom, put it wherever you'll see it to remind you. Put it on your refrigerator. I am enough. I am who God says I am, and I will be who God says I will be. Someone might think you're too flashy. Someone else might think you're too plain. Another person might think you're too loud, and someone else says you're too soft. It doesn't matter what other people have to say. What are you saying about you? What is God saying about you? Let me tell you, He says about you what He says about everything He's ever made. You are good. You're just right. Can we make improvements on our gifts and talents? Of course, and we should. Because the goal is to always execute at your highest level, at your highest potential, your highest level, your highest potential, not someone else's. So if God has made you a square, you got to stop trying to fit your sharp edges into circles. And if you're a circle, stop trying to stretch and pull yourself in all sorts of directions to fit into the corners of squares. I hope if you're watching this video and you've gotten this far with me, that you are starting to feel empowered to be you. I hope you're shaking off all the negative thoughts and starting to believe that who you are is enough. If this was helpful, hit the thumbs up and share with someone you think can use the reminder that being your authentic self is good enough. Thank you to all of my faithful subscribers. I appreciate you all so very much. If you haven't subscribed, now probably is a good time to hit the subscribe button. Until next time, remember, you are beautiful. You are special. Your smile is amazing. And don't let anyone or anything ever make you feel less than who or what God has designed you to be. Annie's crew, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Bye for now.
Annie's Blue Couch.